Radio Wala. Radio Wala. Radio Wala.
Views expressed by hosts, guests and callers on this show and on other stations on Radio Wala are purely personal and not that of this radio station, its staff, management and owners of Radio Wala Private Limited, its subsidiaries, partners and affiliates. All calls can be used for public broadcast at another time by Radio Wala and its subsidiaries, its affiliates and partners. Now, on to the show.
Welcome Between the Sheets. My name is Anil. We take on a few subjects that, deal with the matters of our lives between the sheets. And sometimes we take on certain topics that are 2 or 3 degrees within that space, either this side or that side, because they play a major role in our life between the sheets. Because they create an impact in the mind, and the mind then has to be involved in the between the sheets physical pleasure part, and if the mind's not there, the pleasure's not there, so there's some connection here or there, and we've got to deal with all of it. And the more we learn about each other, the better it'll be for us, because we make better decisions when we know about each other most. The moment our minds are blocked, we find something to just fill it up with, and then we do a restart. It has a little to do with self-esteem, and that is fueled by the way you feel about yourself, which is then an observation of which part of you either like or hate, or you're just wanting to improve or not, and you think you're perfect. That's fine too. If you think you're perfect, show me, tell me why you think you're perfect. Are you insecure about any part of your body or personality? Okay, are you insecure about any part of your body or personality? That's the question here we're posing to you to think about. The nation wants to know. The people of India want to know. What part of you is your biggest asset and liability? Now, I'm sure you look in the mirror at least once a day. That's a real understatement here. At least once a day, and I'm sure you pay attention to what you're seeing there. It's not like you stand in front of the mirror and then you gaze away behind you. You stand in front of the mirror so you actually can see yourself. What part of you do you actually see? What part of you is your biggest asset or liability? As a society, are we too focused on someone's physical appearance and our own physical appearance and judge ourselves or them based on that? Do you think someone with a fantastic physical appearance has an advantage over you who probably doesn't have that fantastic a physical appearance? Is your physical appearance something you want to change or you're comfortable with? And every time I look in my mirror, I look at my head and I'm thinking, man, I wish I had more hair. See, that part of the body is really not up to it. It was at one time. But then, you win some, you lose some. So are you insecure about any part of your body or personality? That's what we're talking about today. The crux, bottom line, meat of this meat is that. Are you insecure about any of your body parts? If insecure is not the right word, maybe I want to qualify that or rephrase that. Do you feel some part of your body could have been better, which would have added to a personality you would have thought was going to be close to perfect? Now, we all have that. You would be honest with yourself and are willing to, brave enough, willing to share your self-assessment for your, It's one thing to be critical of ourselves, and another to be able to share that in an open forum like this. That in itself is a display of how comfortable you are with yourself. What is your biggest asset and what is your biggest liability as a person, physically and personality-wise? If someone were to ask you, here I am asking you, what's the best part about you, physically? When you walk in a room of strangers, all right, when you walk into a room full of strangers, what do you think is the best part about you they're going to notice first? And of course, what do you think they will notice first negative about you? Now, you'll live long enough to understand or at least know these things. Do you want to tell me about it? You want to talk about it? Or none of these bother you? Do you feel you are who you are and that's the best you can be, and therefore I'm going to deal with this in a manner that it's going to be perfect. I'm going to treat it like it's a perfect body that I have, and I'm going to go take on the world. Is that the attitude you have? Or are you somewhere at the back of your head think, if only I had this, life would be a lot better? I mean, my mom keeps talking to me about this. मेरे अगले जन्म में मैं ये चाहती हूँ कि मुझे सब कुछ दे दे जो इस जन्म में है, पर उससे एक चीज और ज्यादा मैं मांगूंगी, वो है height. So she's like, I would like height, which is something she misses in this life. I mean, mind you, she's a pataka. She doesn't need the height. She makes her presence felt. Good or bad, you cannot ignore her. Like her, love her, hate her, something will happen, but you cannot ignore her. But then yet again, she feels, with all the achievements, she wants height. What about you? If you have height, maybe you're missing something else. What is that you think you're missing? Common sense. You wished you were a little smarter, academically. Or perhaps because you're an academic genius, you wished you were a little more street smart. To add to that, do you feel you're a little too arrogant? And if you are arrogant, is that a good thing or a bad thing in your head? So between your physical self and your personality, what are your assets? What do you think is your biggest asset and your biggest liability? I'm sure you look in the mirror and you have this. You have a complex about something. What kind of complex do you have? Do you have a complex? I know we're kind of treading into the realm of psychology over here, but isn't everything delving into the realm of psychology? Everything we do in life? Well, this specifically has a lot to do with how you feel about yourself and how you feel and what kind of feeling about yourself you take into your relationship. What confidence or the lack of it. Now, not everybody is blessed with an impressive physical and mental personality. We all have flaws. We all have things that we could have had and could have improved on. There's nothing wrong with having that. It is what it is. We are born not out of the choices that we make. We're born with what we get, and we've got to use that as a gift, or we've got to use that as a liability. What part of your body do you like or not like? It's really not that hard to talk about, frankly. In fact, not wanting to talk about this is also a telltale sign of an insecurity that you may have, which is why you don't want to talk about it. So the first question I asked, are you insecure about your personality or your body? Silence is a big telltale that there is an insecurity that exists somewhere. So don't be lying to yourself now. Yeah, that's a phone. Somebody's on my WhatsApp. Let me go and turn that thing off, because I need to be talking to you, not someone here. Right? If I'm going to pay attention to my WhatsApp, then why should I be on this show? I may as well get all of you on the WhatsApp and we could do, a discussion here without having to talk about it. Which part of your body do you think is the best part of your body? And which part of your body do you think needs improvement? I wouldn't call it the worst part, but where do you think you need improvement? And can it be improved? If you cannot improve a body part, there are ways to camouflage that and highlight something else which could be your strength. So I'm telling you, let's get into this conversation, because this is going to open up some new ways to think about yourself. That new way may be most likely something positive, but it could end up negative as well. So that's the risk we take when we open ourselves out like open books and speak about it openly with people who are open, like me. I'm very open. So open that I could be accused of being closed. Whatever that means. And guys, you can also talk to me about your liabilities and your assets physically right there. If you're feeling like you cannot talk about it personally on the phone with me, I understand that you're insecure about a few things in your body. You are insecure, aren't you? I think my biggest asset are my lips. got too much of it. Got a big blob in the bottom of my lip. My lower lip is like big. Now, why do I think it's an asset? Well, it comes in handy to me in my life between the sheets. The ladies in my life kind of liked it. Apparently, it attracted them. So, obviously, I benefit from it, right? Because there are other body parts that I really like, but first thing comes to mind is that. What about you? What's your biggest asset physically? And in your personality, what is your biggest asset or liability? Ooh, yeah, long nose. I have a long nose. I like to get into others' businesses. Poke my nose, you see. Can I poke my nose in your business now? Will you allow me that? The idea is for us to talk about things that all human beings go over and face in their lives between the sheets. We all have lives between the sheets, or at least want to, or should be. We fall in all three of those categories, or at least one of those three categories. We all have a few insecurities about ourselves, physically and in other ways as well, but let's talk about this physically and on a personality level. Not an emotional or a mental level, but as a personality that overall encompasses all of that. So, what is your asset and liability physically? Do you feel that you could have had a better life had you had some part of your body not look this way but some other way? Or you had some part of your personality changed to make it something else, and therefore you would have been more successful had you had that personality. You do look up to a lot of other people that you thought could be you, right? I mean, I'll look at somebody thinking, man, I wish I had that hair. Things would be a lot better in my life. Welcome Between the Sheets. Hello.
Hi,
Hi.
I'm Antara.
Hello, Antara. How are you? Welcome
I'm
back.
Good. You remember me?
Yes, I do.
That's great.
The wannabe RJ.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, what's up?
What's up, huh? Or what do I want up?
Tell me any one of them.
There's only one of them.
Okay, that's great.
So you tell me.
Asset or liability? I have both of them.
Both of what?
Liability and asset.
Yeah, so what's your asset?
I love my eyes. And I love my lips. The speciality about my eyes is that they're not big. I mean, generally, people love eyes that are big, right? But mine are like,
so when I let me qualify this asset bit a little more.
yeah.
So yes, you like your eyes. You like the
Yes.
way they are. But
Yes.
an asset is supposed to bring you returns and gains.
Well, it has actually. I mean, guys get attracted to me because of my eyes and my lips. Thanks to my mom for that.
So they've specifically come and told you that you got me when you smiled, or you got me when you looked at me.
Yes.
And what about the rest of you?
The rest of it is my whole body and
Well, yeah,
overweight.
duh.
I'm overweight, I'm chubby, and I want to change about this badly. I
That's-
want to change it.
So do I take it that would be your liability in your according to you with your own self-assessment?
Yes. Big time liability.
How'd you get that way?
I mean, because of that, my confidence level is too low.
No, but you are attracting guys. That should give you a little confidence booster.
But then ultimately, I have a feeling of insecurity that they'll get attracted to other girls who have better figure than me.
True, and that's quite possible. But there are some
That is
guys.
the
But there are some
main
guys. But there are some guys who really like the chubby type. They
I
turn
know,
down
I
by the
have.
chubby type. So if you
But for
if you
me,
lose weight, they're just going to go away because you lost weight. So you see, you can never please anyone, but you can please everyone too. There are some people who can be pleased. There's always somebody who will like who you are the way you are.
Yes.
But
I
now
know
the
that.
important part is, do
Yeah.
you like who you are?
At times I do and at times I don't. When I'm happy, I feel great about myself. I mean, I love what I am. But when I'm sad, this is one of the reasons that becomes...
Isn't there a lesson over here?
Sorry?
Isn't there a moral of this story?
What moral?
Yeah, the moral of the story, where you're sometimes happy, sometimes sad. You sometimes think you like yourself, and sometimes you don't. Because when you're happy, you like yourself. When you're sad, you hate yourself.
Yes.
Well, isn't
But
that
the moral of the story is that ultimately I want to change myself for the betterment of mine only.
no? So wait a minute. So just say you've lost this 30 kilos and you've become this really lean, mean, sexy machine.
Yeah.
Do you think you're not going to be sad, and then you'll still hate yourself?
At least my family is not going to complain.
No, we're not talking about anyone else but you, my love.
Yeah, I won't be sad then. I won't be. Because then I'll be more attractive
Is
than
that
I am right now.
to yourself?
Yes. No, not to myself only, but to others as well.
Okay.
And plus, actually my family members complain about it a lot. And because basically psychology होती है सब में कि a girl has to be lean and all.
नहीं तो शादी कोई नहीं करेगा उससे.
I know. So, I don't want to change because of that thing, but I love myself at times, but and during that time I think कि ठीक है मेरे को करना ही नहीं है change. ऐसे ही अच्छी हूँ मैं. I don't want to change myself. And if someone has to like me, then he has to like me like this only. I don't have to be lean for that. Different perspectives, yeah.
Now, what about, let's flip this whole thing, and you see a guy who's probably as chunky as you are.
Okay.
What do you think? Are you going to be judging him?
Yes.
You
Because I get attracted to guys who are chubby. I like guys who are chubby.
Perfect. So let's just talk about someone who's lean, mean.
Who's lean? No, I don't like lean guys. Maybe because I'm not lean. Yeah, this is the main reason I don't like lean guys. Because ultimately I have...
Do you feel that if you like lean guys and you're with a lean guy, they amplify your problem that much more?
Yes. And because of this weight problem and all, when I go between the sheets with my guy...
Do you have a boyfriend?
Yes, I do have
He's
a
chubby,
boyfriend.
huh?
नहीं अभी ब्रेकअप है with
अच्छा तब
I had a
जब
boyfriend.
था.
हाँ कुछ दिनों पहले था.
Oh, this is there's new breakup.
I know.
You're newly single.
Yes,
Oh,
heartbroken.
nice. Back
Yeah.
in the market.
So, yeah. So when I used to go between the sheets with him, then I used to be very much, I didn't used to enjoy it that much because all the time I used to think that, मतलब उसको क्या लगा होगा? He must be thinking that this girl is, bigger in size. I'm not enjoying with her. And generally I have a lot of insecurity about this. That I used to have this insecurity that he'll leave me one day because of a girl who's better in figure. And whenever we used to hang around together and he used to look for girls who are good in figure, I used to feel sad because of that. I can say that to him, but पता चलता है when he looks over there. So, yeah.
अब
That is the sad part.
देखना तो लड़कों की फितरत है यार, वो तो देखते रहेंगे. Even if you were Aishwarya Rai, वो तो तब भी देखता.
But it hurts, and ultimately it hurts.
And I'm just telling you, now that you know that this is normal, not that I'm saying it's good or bad, then why would you make that reflect on yourself? See, when he looks, you're actually putting yourself in there as a reason for his looking. I'm telling you, he'll look even if you were an Apsara, he would look. So his looking shouldn't affect you and how you feel about yourself. Forget about him now. It's about you. When you look in the mirror every morning, Do you like you? Not because someone else may not like
I
you,
love
not
myself.
because of your family not liking you. Do you like you?
I love myself.
So you're going
I
to change
love
yourself. You want to change yourself because you want to be accepted by others in your life.
Maybe yes, and because I want to change in my life for the betterment of myself.
So what are you going to do about it?
Since 4 or 5 years, I'm trying, and I'm not able to achieve the thing.
Trying?
Because
What are you
it's
doing?
Really, really very difficult. I've joined the gym.
Hmm.
I've joined aerobic classes. I've joined dance classes. But nothing helps. Because the problem with me is when I don't see results in few days, I give up.
And you start eating more.
Not exactly eating. I'm a
No, so you've
lazy
gone to
cow.
all these classes, but how's the discipline on the dining table?
Actually, I love everything that's sweet. Chocolate. I love chocolate.
Ding, 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 ding.
And the problem with me is I'm very, very lazy. That's the main reason of
So really, you haven't tried much, have you?
I have.
What? No, I mean, like really tried, like action tried, or thinking tried.
There was a time when I did Bharatnatyam for 2 years.
Oh, come on! You're only as good as your last game. What is this time? There was a time. Ek zamane mein main, as it's this thing. Ek zamane mein.
No, but that time I lost weight. At that time I lost weight. But this time the thing is, कहते हैं ना कि मतलब जैसे कुछ तुम्हारे, I'm not getting the right dialogue for that.
खंडर को देख के पता चलता है कि एक जमाने में ये इमारत बुलंद थी.
No, ऐसा होता है कि कभी-कभी things are not in your way, right? So I started jogging and all, and then I had a tissue break problem. My tissues got broken, and 2 months rest for that. Plus, then I joined the gym. I got typhoid and blah blah blah.
तेरा
And
बैड लक ही खराब है.
I know.
But
I give up very easily. That's another problem with me. I give up very easily.
so what work do you put your lips to? Your asset, your lips. What good work do you put it to?
Talking.
That's
I
it.
talk a lot.
What bad work do you put it to?
Bad.
Hmm.
Nothing as such. I mean, for my body, I eat chocolates a lot.
Yes, that's what you do bad.
I know.
You stuff
and I
it with the
don't have
wrong
a proper
things.
timetable for eating.
You stuff
There's
it
no
with the
proper
wrong things.
timetable for my. There's no proper timetable for any eating stuff.
So really, you haven't tried hard enough, have you? Or
Yeah.
you haven't tried hard enough. Try
No,
is,
I haven't.
try is almost like not doing
Honestly,
it.
I haven't. Because then I want quick results, which you don't get. So ultimately, I give up.
Well, you know the problem.
I know.
I mean, this whole call is about cliches. No pain, no gain. You don't want to give pain, so therefore there's no gain. In fact, loss. So what you want to be is a big loser right now, but you can't not even be that.
But there's another part of my body,
Yeah, which is
which no matter how much I try, I won't be able to perfect it. I know that.
which
That's
is
because of my dad. I don't like my nose.
you could get
I
a
wish
nose
it
job.
was a bit. Huh?
You could get a nose job.
No. Plastic surgeries are never perfect. I mean, it does not suit everybody.
No, I don't think a nose job has to do with plastic surgery. It is cosmetic, yes, but it's not plastic.
Yeah, it's developing science and all that, but still,
Okay, so you don't like your nose.
no, I don't. It complements my current body physique, whatever I am having, but when I'll be thin, it's not going to complement me at all, because then I'll be having a lean figure. Okay, whenever I'll be having a lean figure, but my nose is going to be fat, and that's going to look so ugly. So I don't want that.
So on a scale of 1 to 10, where do you think your self-esteem is?
Self-esteem,
10 being your highest.
6.
Your self-esteem is sex.
Yes.
Your self-esteem is sex.
No, it's 6.
6! Oh, my bad. Sorry. Well, see, this show is not about what you should do. There's no gyan around here. I just want to know what you think about yourselves and where you assess yourselves to be. You know where the work needs to be done.
I know. But I have a complaint for all the hot guys over there.
Yeah, what is it?
The problem with them is they search for lean girls. But otherwise, if you think the guys who have big bodies, good physique, chubby girls compliment them the most, which I hardly see. I mean, in my surroundings, I haven't seen any hot guy or any guy with a good physique, good body, with a chubby girl.
Well, you see them after they get married.
That's completely other part of the story, but they should date chubby girls, यार. मतलब, I mean, हमारे लिए कुछ तो ray of hope होनी चाहिए ना.
Yeah, but what makes you think all these hot guys are worth it? As in, physically they may look nice to you, but कहीं और, screw ढीला हो जाएगा. दूर से सब अच्छा लगता है ना.
हाँ, I know.
तो देखते रहो ना, देखने के लिए अच्छा है ना, तो देखते रहो, कौन मना करता है? When you're that close between the sheets, इतना close जहाँ पे आंखें भैंगी हो जाएंगी, उस लेवल पे कोई दिखता नहीं है यार.
But still, I'm not confident enough when I'm between the sheets. Confidence is the thing which lacks in me. Not only...
All right, so I'm going to open this up to everybody else here. You are not confident between the sheets. I'm going to take, from all this conversation we've had, I'm going to take that on and find out from our friends who are tuned in if they have any tips for you to gain your confidence between the sheets, regardless of your size. What else can you do that this guy will never forget you, right?
Yeah, but when it comes to implementation, it's not that easy.
Nothing is easy, my dear. Life isn't easy.
Wow, Anil.
मेहनत करना पड़ता है.
I know. यार मेहनत से डर लगता है. I'm lazy.
अपने आप से डरो यार, मेहनत से नहीं.
See, even you are telling me to lose it now.
Lose what?
Wait.
No, I'm telling you to get away from, I'm lazy. All right. If you're lazy, see, when I figured I'm lazy too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's why I don't walk. I run. It takes too long to walk. I had two choices, right? I'm lazy. I have to go for my morning walk so that I get some exercise. Now, what is the quickest thing I can do that will get my body all worked up faster?
You can run.
That's it. So my laziness made me run, while I could have also chosen not to do anything because I'm lazy.
Okay.
आई बात समझ में?
जी हाँ.
You can make your laziness an asset or you can make it a liability. It's up to you.
Currently, it's a liability. But when I'm in good mood, na, it's a completely asset, good time asset.
Yeah, when you're lazy, you're in a good mood, what happens then? क्या हो जाता है?
I listen to music, I talk to people on phone, I keep talking and talking and talking, or I sleep. I love sleeping.
Oh boy. You're in a whole lot of trouble. You're lazy, you like sweets, you love sleeping, you love to just vegetate in a couch or in your bed. Okay, what do you think is going to motivate you?
Even I don't know that what's going to motivate me because I've been demotivated for so long.
And what is
I've
demotivating
lost
you?
all
Okay,
hope of
let's find the demotivation. What is demotivating you?
My family is demotivating me.
How's
a lot.
that?
I mean, they keep taunting me day or the other that you have to change, you have to change. Even though I don't want to. Actually, I don't want to. But it's others who are forcing me.
Then why is it demotivating you? I don't get it.
I mean, when I try, that demotivates me.
Because you don't want to.
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
So then why don't you just get comfortable with this whole thing and just say to yourself, you know what? I don't want to. Forget it. I'm just going to enjoy who I am. And this way you're not sitting on the fence, right? Ab na ghar ka na ghat ka hai.
And ultimately, you know what? I have to. Not because I don't want to, but...
Then you are ghar ka na ghat ka because of your own choice.
I know.
यहाँ से भी बात करती है, वहाँ से भी बात करती है. अरे एक जगह से बात करो ना यार.
अगर अपनी चलाई तो फिर घर वाले बाहर चला देंगे मुझे.
I think the biggest problem is you. घर वाले तो बाद में आते हैं.
Right?
You're coming in your way.
How is that? How am I coming in my way?
Because there's no conviction on anything in this front. Oh, I like what I'm like, but I know I have to change. But yeah, ऐसा भी है. चट भी मेरी, पट भी मेरी. अरे? फैमिली पे दोष क्यों देते हो यार?
क्योंकि फिर वो मुझे दोष देती है. They want me to change.
And you agree with them?
Partly I do, partly I don't.
See, this is the thing. There's confusion in your life. Partly I do, partly. ये सब कहने सुनने की बात है. You've got to commit to something. Commit. You know what commit means?
I know.
Yeah.
Okay, to stick to one thing.
Yeah, sahi hai, galat hai, but stick to it. Haan, partly I do, partly I don't. How happy are you? Sometimes happy, sometimes sad. Arey, I'm either happy or sad, boss. Now, abhi ki baat karu. Okay, thank you all for joining in. My name is Anil, and this show is called Between the Sheets.